Today we're interviewing Lou Rosenberg, who's a candidate for Circuit Court of Marion County. Tell us how you pronounce your name and why you're running for Circuit Court Judge.
Well, my name is pronounced Lou Rosenberg, and the reason why I'm running for Circuit Court Judge is I feel I can make a real contribution to the community. I've been a judicial officer for 12 years, and I feel that it's a job that I do well and feel that I can continue to make a contribution to the community by seeking the Circuit Court position. It's a very important position, Aaron. The Circuit Court Judge is responsible for overseeing paternity cases, and we have about 8,000 such cases in Marion County. In addition, the Circuit Court Judge considers hardship driving licenses, requests for hardship driving licenses, and also has a very active civil docket that is non-criminal docket. So it's an important job, and I really look forward to the challenge.
Now, in coming to the point where you became a magistrate, you worked in many different phases of our community. And you've done a lot of things that I know you've done to contribute, and you can't list them all here. But what are some of the major things that you've done as a lawyer and in your life in Marion County that makes you the best fit for our circuit court?
Well, I think I learned a lot as a legal services attorney at the beginning of my career. I learned the importance of empathy, understanding different people from different walks of life, and it was a very valuable lesson. In addition, I was the litigation director for UAW Legal Services, and that was a broadening experience as well because it brought me into the area of legal administration, which is very, very important for Circuit Court. The Circuit Court Judge has a lot of administrative duties, and you've got a large staff, you've got several other judicial officers that you have to supervise, and I kind of earned my spurs, so to speak, by supervising over 40 attorneys with UAW Legal Services. So those are some of the formative experiences that I've had in my legal career.
Now, you and your wife, Sheila, have raised some very fine young people that are going to come up and do the things that you used to do. Tell us about those children and what they're doing.
Well, I could go on and on and on about my kids.
Yes, you could, and I have to agree.
My son, Daniel, is my oldest. He's a member of the Metropolitan Police Department, and he's brought us, we're very proud of Daniel, and in addition, he's brought us a grandchild, Ruthie. And Ruthie's a year and a half, and she's just an absolute delight, love of our life. Erin, my daughter, is in her second year of law school. She's also a legislative analyst for Congressman Carson, and she's been doing very, very well. And finally, there's Gabriel, who's writing away. He's writing his dissertation in American history at Brown University. So I have the distinction of being eclipsed by my children at a very young age.
Wonderful children, though. Aaron, as you know, is my favorite. I hate to say it to Gabriel and your oldest, but Aaron has been around me for a bit while. There's a lot of comment about judicial activity and judges advocating from the bench. What is your feeling of the proper role for a judge, especially the judge of circuit court?
Well, it's twofold. The circuit court is a trial court, and it's not an appellate court. And the circuit court judge, his or her main responsibility is to make sure that there's as full a factual development of the case that comes before him as possible, and make sure the case is tried fairly and efficiently. And the other aspect of it is, however, that invariably in various cases there are areas of discretion. There are statutes that are ambiguous. And so I can't say that a judge cannot have an influence beyond just mechanically interpreting the law. There is a role. You have to realize you have that responsibility to exercise. And I would face it with a lot of confidence, and I have a lot of experience to help me fill in the gaps, so to speak. But the circuit court judge does have a lot of responsibility, a lot of discretion, Nonetheless, like any other judge, he should try to follow the law as best he can. Try to see what the intent of the legislature is, but when it's not evident, then you have to go by your values and your best judgment.
What is the one thing that you want voters to remember as they go to the polls and they make up their decision about circuit court judge, especially in view of the fact that many of us already believe that the superior court judges have essentially been elected by winning the primary, but that's not true for the circuit court judge position, is that right?
That's absolutely correct. I think that you want to have a judge who has demonstrated that he will be fair to people of all walks of life. I think that's the most basic requirement of our judicial system, that there is equal treatment of all people. And I include in that people who may be of a different political affiliation. I don't think that the cases come before me with an R or a D on them. The judge's responsibility is to treat everyone fairly. And I think I've demonstrated in my career the capacity to deal with issues in a thoughtful manner as well as in an even-handed, fair manner. So that's the one thing I would hope that voters would take away.